Hi guys, welcome back to John's Corner. And today we are going to talk about NBA graded cards. If you're new to the hobby and you don't know anything about graded cards, please watch this video. I think before we start talking about the graded cards, first of all, why do we need to have these cards graded? Or why is getting your cards graded very important? Another term for graded cards is slab. If you get your card slab, then it means it's graded or encased. So there are cards that are not graded, they're just inside the cases. So they're just slabbed, mainly for protection. So if you get your cards graded or slab, number one, you get them protected. So you're worry-free that they won't get damaged. Besides having these cards protected, you also have them authenticated. So you know they are not counterfeit or fake, for short. Sadly, there are a lot of counterfeits in this hobby, especially those grail cards like the Michael Jordan rookie card, the Fleer rookie card. There's a lot of counterfeits for that. That's why if you have a Jordan rookie card, it's very important for you to have that card graded because there's so many counterfeits out there and the counterfeits are really good. Now if you collect cards, NBA cards, sports cards, any type of cards, Pokemon cards, you can actually have them graded. What we are going to talk about in this video are the two top graders for the hobby, and that is BGS, Beckett Grading Services, and PSA Professional Sports Authentication. There are also a lot of different graders, but the two most recognized ones are BGS and PSA. Also, SGC is making some noise. I think it's also good for the hobby to have competitors only because I think the prices are getting higher. A little competition wouldn't hurt, right? As a collector, it's actually your preference. Do you prefer raw cards or graded cards? Now, there are a lot of collectors who do like their cards graded. If you do have graded cards, you can already tell why. It's common sense. They look nicer. They're protected. They're authenticated. What else? If it has a high grade, then the more desirable, the more the value that card becomes. Now, if you're in this hobby for investment or to flip cards, then getting your cards graded is a must for you because the price difference of a PSA 10 versus a raw card is very huge. Profit-wise, you will earn more if you have a very high grade of a particular card. Even if it's just a BGS 8.5 or a BGS 9, if it's a hard grade, especially those 90s insert cards. A lot of those 90s cards are very condition sensitive. So even if it's a lower grade, like an 8.5, but it's a very condition sensitive card, then in that instance, you can still command a higher value for that card. Okay, guys, let's start off with Beckett Grading Services or BGS. By the way, this is what you need. This is the serial number to check the analytics of your card. If you do not have a subscription, it's around $10 or 500 pesos per month or $100 per year or around 5,000 pesos per year. That's the only thing. You cannot check your BGS graded cards if you do not have a subscription. That's why in my last video, I highly recommend it to subscribe to Beckett if you do have a lot of graded cards so you can check. Also, the population is very important. If you do have a Beckett subscription, just log in to your Beckett account. Then click this right beside the word Beckett. And you can see on the left side, grading. Now under grading, you'll see serial number lookup. Just click on that one. And then when you go down, you will see enter serial number here. Okay. And on top, you will see BGS, BVG, and BCCG. Now, what's the difference between BGS, BVG, and BCCG? BGS is the normal graded cards like this one. By the way, I put team bags on my graded cards. This is what they look like. These team bags you can buy at FunHub. So go to FunHub at Green Hills and go to Shopsville. They are selling this. They have ones for Beckett and also sizes for PSA. Later we'll see the difference between BGS and PSA. Now BVG is, I just have a plastic over it. BVG is actually Beckett vintage grading. If you have vintage cards like 1980s or previous to 1980s, like this one is 1969, 1970, these are already considered vintage cards. So BVG are the vintage cards. For BCCG, this is what a BCCG looks like. It's also under Beckett. This is the lower end. I'm not sure if they still have the BCCG. I think it's only the Beckett grading now. I'm not sure. If I were you, just stick with BGS. But these are the old school ones. BCCG, I have Bowman Chrome rookie card of Carmelo Anthony. Again, you can buy team bags. A lot of collectors don't want their slabs to be scratched or damaged. You can buy Slab Guards or the Max Protection. The difference is with the Slab Guards, it protects the whole case and the casing has UV protection. The only thing you have to consider though with Slab Guards is that the more you expose the Slab Guards into direct sunlight, the coating of UV protection gets thinner. So it works just like tint. I'm going to buy some Slab Guards for my BGS graded cards. If you're wondering how much they are, you can go to Facebook and check out this page, Slab Guard. You can order from them. Just message the Slab Guard page. If you want to know the pricing, it's 3 pieces for 750 pesos or 12 pieces for 2,500 pesos or 25 pieces for 5,000 pesos. Prices might change. Just PM Slab Guard and ask for current prices. There is also another alternative. It's called Max Protection. They look like this. It is a rubber guard that you put outside of the graded card. That is a good way to protect the card, so less likely that your graded card would crack if you drop it. Now, I am not sure if there are Slab Guards or Max Protection for tall boys. So this one is a tall boy. As you can see, it's a longer card than normal standard cards. This one is graded 9 mint. This one is the serial number at the bottom. Now, some collectors, when they do share their cards, maybe on Facebook or Instagram, they hide this. Okay? Now, if you're wondering why, or they edit the picture, it's because some of the cards can be counterfeited and can be copied. So if you do have a chase card that is not numbered, this one is numbered. I'm not showing you guys the back, so you won't see the numbering. So because this one is numbered to 99. Now, if you check on the Beckett website, for example, this card, you go to serial lookup, and then here you will see the name, the player name, the date when it was graded, and the subgrades. The subgrades are the centering, the corner, the edges, and the surfaces. So those are the 4 important subgrades you will see on your Beckett graded cards. There's also an autograph grade. Going back to the same card, you will see the centering, the edges, the corners, and the surface. What you see here is exactly what you will see on the Beckett website. The autograph grade is 10. Show you the back. And there, you will see the autograph grade is 10. You can see this one is a sticker autograph. Might be, like very lazy, or the full autograph is not inside the sticker. These guys, they do sign a lot of cards. These autographs can get a grade of 9. Going back to the website, as we go down more, you will see the population report. Number is the number of the card, 35. So there are 20 of the same exact card graded for BGS is 20 pieces. Now mine is here at 9.0 mint. So this means there are 7 of the same card graded 9.0 for BGS. 13 cards are graded higher than mine. This card actually is a good sample for a regrade card. Some collectors have their cards regraded. Now going back to the website, there's no card graded higher 10 because 10 is pristine. And if you see the 10 black here, that means it's black label. Now what's the difference between a 10 pristine and a 10 black label, I don't have a 10 pristine card. But if you do have a 10 pristine card, it means the average of the 4 subgrades are 10. So if the average is 10, it is a pristine card. But if all the subgrades are all 10, this becomes 10 under black label. Now, if you do have a black label, this foil inside becomes black. Those are very rare. Now let's go to PSA. We have here 2 samples of PSA graded cards. Okay, this one is a Shack refractor, finest refractor, and my SPX Kobe rookie card. This is what a PSA slab looks like. There's the barcode. There is the hologram sticker. I think this sticker one is the old one. You can see the grade, the number of the card on top, then the grade, mint 9, and the serial number. The back, you'll see professional sports authentication, and also this serial number, same here. Looking at this card, if you really look inside, this one looks like it has a sleeve. You can see the plastic here. But looking at the Shack, there's no sleeve inside. It's just the card and the slab. If you have a PSA graded card and if you want to check it online, just go to this website, psacard.com/cert/. If you want to check the population of your PSA graded card, just go to this site and on the search bar, just type the serial number and click verify. Here you will see the label type, the year of the card, card number, and the grade. Now, if you want to see the population, here it is. You'll see the population is 412. Population higher is 52. So there are 52 cards graded higher than mine. Now, the difference between Beckett website and PSA website, the PSA website is absolutely free. You can check your graded cards without having to pay a monthly subscription or a yearly subscription. That is a good advantage for PSA graded cards. Let's compare a BGS graded card versus the PSA graded cards. First of all, the weight. There's no doubt that BGS graded card is heavier because the slab is thicker. See the difference? The BGS slab feels more sturdier actually. It is heavier and thicker. PSA slabs are very light and thinner. Another thing that I did notice is that BGS graded cards just looks so much cooler. In my opinion, if it's a personal collection of yours, I suggest BGS. It just looks so much cooler. For this card, if you look closer, let's have it focused. You can see it really does look like it has a sleeve because BGS cards, you can see there, this line right here, that's the seal. It's inside the sleeve. So they put a protective sleeve inside before they slabbed it. This one has, actually, it really does look like it does have, see, you can see here, like there's a plastic sleeve inside. But for some reason, most of these PSA cards don't, like this one. I don't see any sleeve inside. So it's just the card and they just put it inside the slab, the case, then seal it. One thing I like about BGS is labeling. For a BGS, I think once you hit an 8.5 and 9 mint, the label becomes silver. If it's a 9.5 gem mint or a pristine 10, then you will get gold label, which is much cooler. If it's a black label, you will get the black label itself. Those are very rare. I think that's pretty cool and also makes your card look very much like, you know, high value. If you get a lower grade like around 8 or lower, then it becomes also paper, just like PSA. The thing with PSA, even if you get a mint, even if you get the highest grade, which is a PSA 10, the label is the same. It's just plain paper like that. So that's another thing I like about BGS. Aesthetically, BGS just looks way much cooler than a PSA. Now let's talk about another thing I noticed also for a PSA graded card. Now for this PSA graded card, no problem because I think there's a sleeve inside. But for this one, the one with no sleeves, and most of the PSA cards I think has no sleeves. If you look here, right there, you'll see moist inside. And I think because of the weather here in the Philippines, it's very humid in our country. I think the PSA ones will be prone to this, to the moisture. These slab cards from PSA are not probably vacuum sealed because the moisture was able to get inside. And I actually checked the other PSA cards that I have. There are some have more or some have little moisture, but there is moisture inside. If you have a lot of PSA cards and you're living here in the Philippines, I think you will need a dehumidifier for this so that your room where you store your cards will stay dry. Now for the BGS cards, no worries whatsoever because all the cards that I have on BGS, they all have sleeves inside that are sealed. So that's another thing you have to consider if you are trying to decide which grading company to choose. Now value-wise, that's when PSA comes in. Because a PSA 10 Gem Mint goes for a lot higher than a BGS 9.5 Gem Mint. Now, if you have a BGS Pristine, that is a different story. Will probably sell higher than a PSA 10. That is how the market is right now. That's why also a lot of investors and flippers out there are having their cards graded at PSA because they can sell their cards at a higher price if it is a PSA 10. I really do prefer BGS. PSA is a good way to go if you're trying to just sell the cards, I think. That's just how it is right now. PSA 10, maybe their grading is also not that strict. I'm not sure, but they don't have any subgrades. I really like the subgrades because the subgrades pretty much tells you why you got that grade. Now, I'm not the expert on grading. There are graders here locally in the Philippines who do handle grading services, and I will show you guys some of the local graders we have, very reputable graders. I actually had this one graded by Aren. If you want to have your cards graded, if you want a faster service, of course, you will have to pay a much more premium price. Now, if you don't want to pay a premium price, then your cards will take longer to grade. There are a lot of details to consider when it comes to grading. Now, I can't answer all your questions, but what I can help you with is refer you guys to these 3 reputable graders we have here locally in the Philippines. They will handle your cards. They are top-notch graders. We have Aren Mojica. He does BGS grading services only. And we have Rico Farillas and also Bray YS. Now, Rico and Bray, they also do BGS and also PSA. So here are their profile, Facebook screenshots. So you can just message them directly and ask them for the prices and all the details regarding grading of cards. Just frankly speaking, grading of cards, they are not cheap. So if you plan to grade on cards, make sure your cards are worth grading. Grading is no joke. It's gonna cost you around 2,000 pesos, 2,000 pesos plus here in the Philippines. So that's like around $40 to $50 or maybe even more. But that price takes care of everything, like shipping in the US, shipping back going here, shipping going to your address here locally in the Philippines. That's why we pay more. So guys, again, check Aren, Mojica, Bray YS, and Rico Farillas. Those guys are reputable and you can ask them more questions about grading. They will take care of your cards. And I have full confidence on them. For those who are very interested in having their cards graded, hope this video will be very helpful for you. So thank you guys for watching my video. Please, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell on the side so you will get updated every time I post more videos about NBA cards, about toy unboxing. And I promise you, I will always be transparent and keep it real with you guys. If you're gonna ask me again, I really prefer BGS. I like the way it looks. There's a sleeve inside. It just looks really great. For the PSA, they're also nice, but not as nice as a BGS. Look at this, just look at the label. I would really appreciate it if you guys can go to my comment section and just comment anything. Do you like the video? Did I miss anything that you could add on my video? Just comment anything there. And I really appreciate if you watch more of my videos and support my channel. Thank you guys. I'll see you again on my next NBA cards video or toy unboxing video.